up, everybody? One Piece chapter 811. What's Oda doing here? He's continuing this tale of this countdown until we find out what happens to Sanji. And you have the moment where Brook is like, well, steel yourselves. Steel yourselves. Get yourselves ready for this stuff right here. Alright, man. This is what's going to happen. Sanji might not ever come back to our side. And Luffy's like, but he said he'll come back. It's in his letter. He said he'll come back. We got to trust him. And then Nami says, this whole situation is more complicated than it seems. And I'm going to tell you something, right? So the whole time I'm listening, the whole time I'm reading, this, right? I'm hearing the Mexican dude from the very first Ant-Man movie, right? I'm hearing this dude giving the recap, right? I'm hearing him give the recap. I'm like, shit. Yeah, man. I mean, I picture, the boy from Ant-Man giving the recap. And what I really love about this, is Oda is giving us something to look forward to. It's just this straight, ticking down moment to where you're like, what happened to Sanji? And I mean, it's one of those things where it becomes very, very clear that we're in a position where Sanji is being set up. This Zoe arc, this arc is just an arc to get us through to the next arc. But, with all of that out of the way, though, I gotta say, man, this chapter made me really appreciate Chopper. I've always said, Chopper is like, every time I see Chopper, I always think Chopper's high, man. I always think Chopper's high. Like, you go back, you look at the old reviews, I've always, made those jokes, because he's like, oh, wow, And when you compare him to where he is now, since he's been in the New World, Chopper, I think Chopper's character arc so far in the New World has been the one I've been most impressed with. Because with Chopper, with medicine and his whole thing about being a doctor, Chopper has progressively seen the opposite of him. Like, to think that he'd be working alongside Caesar, and Caesar's made this smoke, this poison gas that is killing people, and Chopper, his whole thing is to help people. Like, every step of the way since Chopper's been in the New World, he's seen stuff that morally, it pushes him. It pushes him. And to see his reaction, and compared to how he would have reacted when he was in the on the Grand Line, it's so special to see how Chopper's reacting, man. Because we're seeing a level of strength. We're seeing a level of strength that is emerging in Chopper in encounters like this. Because like when this happens, he says, "Okay, well, I need a hospital. I don't have the tools here." And he tells Caesar, like, you dumbass, you made this poison gas, you're the one responsible. You didn't set the gas off, but you're the one who's responsible for it. And so when that happens, I'm looking at Chopper and I'm like, you go, Chopper. You go. I fuck with you, dog. I fuck with you. And what's so special about it is you see Chopper and Caesar working side by side. You see them working side by side, coming up with the cure for the poison gas. And what I like about it is how with some of the minks, you have one of them, I think it was Wanda, where she starts to attack Nami, and Nami right away notices that she's still weak. Not Nami's still weak, because we know, like, when they come to all the Straw Hats, still Nami is bae, okay? But, like, Nami, she blocks the attack, and she's like, oh, shit, okay. And we actually see Nami, doing some backflips and getting the advantage. I thought that was pretty cool. Oda give my girl some time to shine. And then she just pins her, right? She just pins her. She gets on top of her, and she pins her down. And, Wanda pulls out the explosives. And Sanji's like, God damn it, I knew this might be a problem. You know, we save these minks, we get rid of all this gas on the island, and they might turn on us, right? And Sanji's just ready to go for it, right? Sanji's ready to fuck some shit up. And all of a sudden, you know, the one that Nami saved is one who calls out. But what I like about it is how Nami is looking right into the face of Wanda. And she says, what grudge do you have against us? What do you stand by killing us all? The one you seek isn't here. How much of our 1,000-year history must you destroy before you're satisfied? And what I love about that is, once again, 1,000-year history, 1,000-year blank period, right? 1,000-year history. Zoe's got to be connected to that because it's an island on the back of an old-ass elephant that's moving from place to place to place to place. I mean, that's got to have something to do with what happened on O'Hara. But I just like the expression that's on her face where, you know, she's drawn, very weary, very fatigued, and yet she's got those tears in her eyes. That's some really great artwork there by Oda. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy what we see there. And what's so crazy is how, as they're relaying the tale to Luffy and the others, you know, I really wish I could have seen Luffy's face, because I think somewhere in there Luffy had been proud of what his crew was doing. And, you know, it's something I've always said. Like, when it comes to gauging where Luffy is as a leader, I love watching his maturation process as a leader, because we've just seen Luffy take step after step after step as a leader. This is incredible to see. This is so incredible to see that, you know, this kid who couldn't drink at the bar and was drinking juice, and Shanks was like, what pirate drinks juice? He was like, yo, in a few years I might let you join the crew. All of a sudden he started his own crew and he's raising fucking hell. And everybody that's on his crew could be their own leader of a crew, man. Like, Luffy's come so fucking far. He's come so far. I'm so proud for this character. Like, I don't even like Luffy. I really don't like Luffy. I like aspects of Luffy's character, but at the same time, it's just like, I get the same feeling that with Luffy that I get with Ichigo from Bleach. They're not the same character, but like when I was reading Bleach, I was more fascinated in the other characters around Ichigo. And it's the same thing with Luffy. Like, Luffy has moments where, you know, he wins me the fuck over, and then he has moments where I could care less about the character. And so I really enjoy this. And I like how when the chapter ends off, you know, Oda just continues to pace the fall from Fishman Island, because, you know, we get this snaggletooth looking motherfucker with the shades, like some rejected Shaft shit. You know, it gets revealed they overheard that Luffy tells him to go to Zoe. And, you know, it goes back to what, you know, we've been told before. Like, when you get to the New World and really the Grand Line period, you know, these people, they're sneaky. They intercept calls. They do misdirections and everything. You know, if I'm not mistaken, like when they first emerged from the New World, they're trying to lure Luffy onto a separate island. And so stuff like this happens. And, you know, now that you're getting deep into Four Emperor territory, you're getting deep into Kaido's territory, and you got Big Mom, another one of the Emperors coming after you. I mean, it makes sense, man. It makes sense that they would pull some shit like this. But, you know, when that Snaggletooth motherfucker reveals that, you know, Zoe's his hometown, it's just like, shit. Shit, what'd he do to Sanji? What'd he do to Sanji? But, you know, for me, for my chapter question, I want to ask you guys, when it comes to all the members of the Straw Hats, whose character arc in the New World specifically have you enjoyed reading the most, and why is that? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys. 灰色の人